All right, here we go again. We've got another shoe on the episode of Watch and Shoes. You tell me which one goes with it best. Like a lot of these shoes, a lot of these watches actually match. I'd maybe go with this one, that one, definitely the black and silver, silver and rose gold. This one's got a lot of blue hints in it, so that would go. A lot of them actually match this one. Definitely the Belova with the black and blue. It's got a nice little yellow second hand going on. But okay, so we got the Porsche design Adidas Transformer shoe. I don't know what to call this one. Call it who was that guy? RoboCop? Like a RoboCop shoe. Just a crazy design by the Three Stripes company in collaboration with Porsche. They actually used Porsche suspension on these shoes. There's actual spring suspension on the shoe. You can see the springs in there. Just a crazy, outlandish, far out style and design for a shoe. And those do work. You can see the suspension when you walk. It bounces and bends at this point here. This again, I guess you're getting in the picture here. I like hole cut themes. This is a hole cut theme. This is not a leather hole cut shoe like the Allen Edmond that I showed earlier, which I'll bring back. So you can see a lot of people are using this theme because this is a high-end theme. One piece of leather to go all the way around. It takes some artisan skill to pull that off. So a lot of people will try to say, hey, we can actually do that too. This is fabric, not leather. It's a lot more difficult, I believe, with leather. But it's a cool fabric. It's armored. It's like an up-armored Humvee. It's a up-armored shoe. I believe this is rubber armor and a fabric shoe. There's the tongue, but you can see the hole cut theme. You've got this thing going all the way around. You don't actually see stitches on the shoe. It just goes all the way around and then joins up in the back with the Adidas logo. So we got white bottoms. Interior, pretty soft plush material. Again, attempting to go as far as they can without having your feet actually touch stitches, but you can see here your feet will be on there. That's extremely soft, so there's never been a comfort issue with this shoe. Just a really well-made shoe. Collaboration with Porsche design. And Adidas does some crazy collaborations. I'm just looking in my bag of tricks here and I realized I didn't bring my Vespa Adidas shoe, but that was one of my favorites. This is also a favorite. These are favorite shoes from the favorite shoe box, like the favorite watches in the favorite watch box. So you might hear me say favorite a lot. They genuinely at some point in time were my absolute favorite. And when that happens, you don't just toss it to the wolves when you get a new favorite. It still remains a pretty favorite shoe. But I challenge Nike to top that. Everybody knows by now I kind of hate on Nike. There's something in this shoe that I do also admit is not done well, and that would be right there. See the fit and finish. In the Cole Haan, if you remember, the Cole Haan clip that I did, in their attempt to do a hole cut, which was a legitimate hole cut. They had slits for the shoestrings, but it was uninterrupted leather front to back all the way around. So the Cole Haan had a stitch seam like this, but it went all the way around the shoe. It made for a very clean look. But this tennis shoe behaves like your cheap tennis shoe, in my opinion, with what I call not fit and finish. That shouldn't be exposing the sponge material that was used to make this comfortable. But a lot of, especially Nikes, and maybe I see Nikes because they're in all the Foot Lockers and Foot Actions and everything of the world, but when you pick up a pair of Nikes, they usually have this, what I call lack of fit and finish. If I was in home ec sewing and my bag had this sticking out of it, I'd get dinged for a grade. But people feel like they can get away with it when people, I guess the audience or the buyer isn't savvy to this, in my opinion, shortcut. Because you can make this shoe, as you saw with the Cole Haan shoe, and I'll show you with other shoes, you can make a shoe without this foam sticking out, just for anyone to see. That should have been covered. And it's not a once and done thing. They just didn't cover it in the making of the shoe. But I'd have to say that's my only issue with this shoe. Outside of that, this is near flawless execution. Between the glue and the stitching, it's just, you don't see any of it. So I would give this shoe a 10.9 instead of a 11 on a 10.0 scale, because of that little bit of foam coming out. All right, that's already too long. I want these videos to be short because I'm going to go through quite a few shoes. This is Watching Shoes.